I'm Dr. Muso. Today we want to talk about colonial administration. What occurred when the Shona and the Ndebele were defeated in 1898? The whites went on to pass a different acts, and these are the acts that we want to talk about today. Our question reads: name any five acts that were passed by the whites in 1898. So they had to pass a different acts, and these acts included number one, the Order in Council, which was passed in 1898. We also have got the Native Registration Act, which was passed in 1895. We also have got the Master and Servant Act, which was passed in 1901. We also had the Pass Law, which was passed in 1901. We also Beru Act of 1903. We also had the Land Bank Act of 1908. We also had the Private Allocation Ordinance Act of 1908. We also had the Land Tenure Act of 1968. We also had the Land Apportionment Act of 1930. We also had the Maize Control Act of 1931. We also had the Law and Order Maintenance Act of 1960. We also had the Industrial Conciliation Act of 1959. So these were some of the acts that were passed by the whites. Question number B. Describe the ways in which Africans resisted European labor where they were working or at their workplaces. What did the Africans do to resist the labor from the whites from their different workplaces? Number one, they boycotted, they ran away. Number two, they had to strike. For example, we talk about the Wanky strike of 1912. They had to strike again in 1919. They had to strike again in 1921. You also talk about the Shamba strike of 1927. So strikes and strikes of the Africans striking against the whites. You talk about the formation of trade unions that formed the labor unions, showing that they were not pleased about what was taking place. You talk about desertion, running away, they deserted. You also talk about demonstrations that do demonstrate, showing that they were not pleased about what was taking place. You talk about stealing from their workplaces. You also talk about faking illness. I'm gathering, I'm not well, so they had to fake what? A sickness. They also had to alter papers. They had to alter their papers. They also absent what they also had to leave where they were working. Talk about absenteeism. You talk about sabotage. It was another method. Theft of livestock. They had to steal a livestock. They had to do what was known as go slow. They also roasted seeds. They also formed burial societies where they had to meet strategizing what they were supposed to do at their different workplaces. So this is how the whites had to face from the Africans showing that they were not pleased about what was taking place at their workplaces. Thank you so much. I'm Dr. Muso.